Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved. Custom scenarios. Alright, I got a request for, I think it was called Nanobots? Let's see if I can find something about that. Come here. Nanobots. Yes? No? Okay, there you are. Oh, I'm good. I'm already subscribed to it. Perfect. In the future, advanced nanotechnology reigns. Humanity has learned to rapidly manipulate at the molecular level, and scientists were experimenting at finding a controlled method of creating self-replicating nanobots. Yeah, this is a recipe for a nightmare scenario in any sci-fi book. But apparently, the scientists had not learned from the lethal strains of flu that escaped from a bioweapons lab in the United States in the late 21st century. And now you have escaped. Will you devour everything into Grey Goo? Grey Goo? Is this like that actual RTS game called Grey Goo of self-replicating nanobots? Maybe. Or is there another way? It's your choice. There are two ways to win this scenario. Try to find both of them. Nah, I'll try to find one of them. We'll just call it good if I can get one. But hey, if I can find the second one, no skin off my back. You know, there we go. Okay, so it is actually a nanobot sort of a scenario. Okay, so what genes do we want? I think in the past this is what I've used. Is that still a good idea? Red, blue, orange. We've used ATP boost in the past when I did this on Mega Brutal. The reason being what? I was trying to snowball out of control in the beginning? We're gonna go for the red biohazard this time instead. Genetic Mimic seems perfectly fine because they should start trying to kill me pretty quickly on. Aquasite Extremophile and bonus DNA when devolving. Costs to devolve don't increase. Symptom costs don't increase. You know, this is only on normal difficulty after all. Let's go for Pathostasis. We'll try ability cost this time around. See how this works out. Grey Goo. Yep. What's this? Is this a randomized button? Holy crap, it's a randomized button. Wow, that's brand new in the game. We're gonna go for Grey Goo, but... Huh. Cool. Alright. So, there are two ways to win the scenario. We already know this. Where should we start? Why don't we start off in Saudi Arabia? It's my favorite starting location. Alright, as far as our transmission, symptoms, and abilities, what do we got? We got Dormancy. Allows nanobots to lie dormant in biological systems, allowing unnoticed infection and decreasing future research speed. What a pretty strong start. Not bad. That leads to biointegration. Nanobots become capable of spreading within biological vectors. Define biological vector, because I don't know what you mean, but I'm sure it's good. Stats not too bad for 3DNA. Terran Integration. Single dormant nanobots, after leaving a biological system, enter the ground, moving slowly and randomly. Okay, so when you said Terran Integration, I assumed you meant integrating into Terrans, that is, humans, because we live on the planet Terra, also known as Earth. No, you're integrating the planet itself. Got it. Okay. Again, pretty reasonable stat increases for only 3 points, not bad. External Dormancy. Allows nanobots to remain dormant outside biological systems, allowing transmission via air and water. Now there's a pretty strong start. Wow, these are all really, really good. Alright, symptoms, what do we got? Nodules. Nanobots form microscopic nodules within the organs. I'm sure somebody will mistake it for cancer or something like that. Abilities. Heat and cold resistance, strong molecular bonds, ice melter, medicine avoider. Nanobots actively move away from any chemical in the bloodstream that could damage them. Increases effectiveness in wealthy countries. Okay. Atmospheric burst. Release a burst of dormant bots into the atmosphere. Infects 4 random countries. I'm going to hold on to this. On the off chance I can't get into an island. Morocco has already started working on the cure, because after all, this is the... Oh gosh, what is this called? Is it actually called... What? Nanovirus. That's what this is called, nanovirus. Alright, let's go for external dormancy. Allow us to spread a little bit faster in the arid regions. So this is going to be a race against the clock. No doubt about it. This is going to be a very fast-paced scenario. I think we go for Terran Integration. Increase our severity and infectivity a tiny bit. They're already working down 10%. Goodness gracious me, this is going by pretty quick, isn't it? Do we go for, what is this? Subterranean nanotendrils. Very effective. That's not too bad. Let's go for that next. We have decomposition, and we have silicate integration. Okay, so usually with a nanovirus, there would be, you know, the kill code, right? Ways to hack the cure. I'm not seeing anything along those lines, though. So we probably... Wait a minute, what's this? City expansion. Ground tendrils become capable of expanding into basic city infrastructure, such as roads. Okay, great, but what I need to be doing is slowing down the dang cure. Corpses to infect. I mean, that's necrosis. I love necrosis. Need to get the cure resistance. Not sure where I'm going to get that. Let's go for nodules, and I have no idea what that leads to. Dang it. Okay, regret. Much regret. Keep trying, though. Nanovirus always makes me tense, because it's so fast. I'm going to go for the lighter dormant nanobots, because that should usually work out pretty well in a place like Saudi Arabia. Lots of planes to travel on. It's an arid region. Pretty windy, all in all. There we go. Getting around in the Middle East, throughout Africa. We're spreading reasonably fast now. Do we go for even more? Larger surface area? Or do we go for some water? I think we go for a little bit of water. I'm also going to go for bio-integration. That leads to plant integration and bio-tendrils. Faster spread. I mean, that's good, but I'm looking for anything that says cure resistance and I'm not seeing it. So, okay. Let's instead look toward medical resistance. Ah, there we go. Difficult to research. Nanobots refuse to self-replicate when in contact with artificial glass and plastic, making it harder to study in lab conditions. Good. And then lab consumer. Destroys the important research about the cure. Okay, so now we know what we want to focus on as far as our survival, so that's good. We did get into Madagascar, the USA, Brazil, Mexico, Italy, Japan, Germany. Let's go for some difficult to research. Let's get some cold resistance. Do I go for more future research? Yes. Let's go ahead and reduce that as much as we can by a lot of time. There we go. Getting around, getting around. Good, good, good. I like this. Let's go for the city expansion. And we want to go for city expansion 2. That's just severity. That does result in more DNA from red bubbles, but I'd rather continue with some infectiousness. Let's go for the water. That should help us in some of the humid countries up in the north, like Scandinavia. New minor disease spreading. They found us, but they've already been working on the cure, so I don't really care what you have to say about it. Shut up. There we go. 22 points. We're not making a lot of DNA off these red bubbles, in part because the severity is just not that high. I mean, we could go for housing expansion. Yeah, let's just do it. Housing expansion level 2. Electronic integration. Tendrils in city infrastructure grow towards magnetic fields generated by electric currents. That's kind of cool. Structural fragmentation. No lethality yet, though. I can't kill people to get more DNA, and that scares me. I am scared, everyone. Terrified. Whoa! There we go. Okay, we're in Canada. We're getting into Scandinavia. Let's go for the larger... Well, do I want larger surface area or do I want something else here? Silicate integration. 19 points, pretty good amount of infectivity. 22 for even more, and that unlocks nuclear synthesis. Nanobots can now form microscopic fusion reactors to forcefully synthesize elements needed for replication from air and water, allowing nanobots to replicate freely. That's very effective, but also pretty expensive. Not sure I'm going to be able to get that. I suspect I need to get more transmission to... Well, maybe not. Hang on. Decrease the structural integrity of cities. I feel like this is going to start going down some lethality. Let's get the severity. Again, weakens structural integrity. More severe, not much else happening, though. Alright, well, abilities are still relatively cheap. Why don't we go ahead and do a genetic reshuffle? Buy ourselves a bit more time. See how we're feeling about all that. How are we looking as far as the world's infection? Pretty good. Greenland, Sweden, Baltic States, Morocco, Philippines. So if I can get into the Baltic States and Sweden, I'll feel pretty good about popping that, Cloudburst? What was it called? I don't remember. You've been placed on the watch list. Oh no. Atmospheric burst, that's what it was. Should infect 4 countries. That was 3. There's the 4th one. Okay, thank you. Got a little worried there. Alright, we're now in every country. Good, good, good. So, how are we looking as far as the cold? Cold is where we're having the most trouble, as to be expected. More cold resistance is good. Let's go for some structural fragmentation level 2. City breakdown. Ah, now we're looking for some catastrophic structural breakdown that leads to lethality. Very good. Combo that with decomposition, and I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. I don't care that they're already working on the cure. As long as we have necrosis, I don't mind that we kill people. That seems perfectly fine. So go for decomposition, and let's go for a city breakdown. Planetary annihilation. Nanobots rapidly replicate, consuming the already destroyed ectosystem. That's like ghostly. No, ecosystem. Thank you. Ecosystem, as well as the very ground we stand on. Grey Goo has come! All sound the trumpets. No. Every time I'm saying Grey Goo, like, I'm just thinking in my head that RTS, that sci-fi RTS. Grey Goo. Huh. Alright, well, we're killing pretty well. Let's go ahead and do even more Grey Goo. We should still be able to spread pretty effectively thanks to that necrosis. Kill a heck of a lot faster, get a lot more DNA, and mess up that cure. Do we want to go down the electronic integration route and find out what else is there, or do I save my DNA to get a better score? Let's go ahead and do this. This is one of the reasons, by the way, that I don't always get like 3 stars or even 2 stars on some of these scenarios. I'm oftentimes exploring. I kind of know that I'm not picking the most optimal path. But I want to see what some of the options are, you know? Somebody worked hard on this scenario, I want to know. I want to know what they did. Let's go for genetic reshuffle. You know what, let's try getting something like biotendrils. Zoonosis, okay. Ah, that did unlock some more over here. That's what I was thinking. Localized biotendrils. Does very, very little for me. No. Advanced electronic integration, hard to cure. Perfect! It's exactly the sort of thing I like to see. Let's get another genetic reshuffle, Lab Consumer 3. Buy ourselves as much score as possible. I think we have found one of the victory conditions. Active chemical remover. When nanobots detect nearby harmful chemicals, they produce enzymes to destroy the chemicals. Harder to cure, slows future research speed. We're not going to be able to get that because we're about to destroy humanity, but that's pretty cool. That was very fast-paced. What a very short scenario. Not bad. Grey Goo to eradicate humans. Nice. Done. 3 stars. Yeah. Like I said, the nanovirus makes me tense because it's fast-paced, but I usually do enjoy it. That was pretty good, though. That was a good scenario. Lots of custom descriptions that actually made sense and really... You know what? I just realized, did I make fun of any grammar in this scenario? I don't think I made fun of grammar a single time. Either that shows that I am growing in my own personal character development, or this was actually a good scenario that used English properly. Nice. I'm impressed. Massive props across the board from me. But yeah, it was well put together. I feel like it was pretty well balanced, still very fast-paced. Descriptions were sensible. It followed a natural path of progression. Yeah, across the board, I think this was a very, very well put together scenario. Not half bad, guys. Thank you for suggesting that one. Kudos to the author. Yes, I enjoyed that one. Who was the author on this one? I wish I could say, look, it's me! No, it's not me. The Eden Crazy. Well done, the Eden Crazy. You made a good scenario. Thank you, sir. One of the better scenarios I think I've played. Alright, well, I think that is enough for today. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with Plague Inc. Evolved. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then hit that like button, leave a comment suggesting the next plagues I should try out, and of course, subscribe for my future content. I, as always, will see you guys next time.